Should you say in 2026 or on 2026? What about in the morning or at the morning? How do you talk about seasons, in winter or on winter? Longer time periods create confusion for learners. In this chapter, we'll master in and finally complete the add-on IN trio. Welcome back to our Prepositions of Time series. We've learned at for exact times and on for specific days. Today, we'll learn in the preposition for longer time periods, months, years, seasons, and parts of the day. In is used for longer time periods that contain many days or moments. Think of it as being inside a container of time. Unlike at, which points to a moment, or on, which marks a day, in surrounds you with a longer duration. For example, spring begins in March. This refers to the entire month, not one specific day. March contains 31 days, and we're talking about the whole period. Now you can see the complete system. At is for the smallest time units, exact moments. On is for medium units, specific days. In is for the largest units, months, years, seasons, and longer periods. This is the foundation of English time expressions. We always use in with years. I graduated in 2020. She was born in 2015. We'll meet in 2026. Never say on 2026 or at 2026, always in. We use in with all months of the year. Schools reopen in June. It's cold in December. Flowers bloom in April. Every month name takes in, without exception. Seasons also use in. Birds migrate in autumn. We swim in summer. It snows in winter. Plants grow in spring. All 4 seasons take in. Here's something special. Parts of the day. I exercise in the morning. We have lunch in the afternoon. They arrive in the evening. Notice we say in the morning, not just in morning. But remember, we say at night, not in the night. This is the exception. Now let's see in action with real sentences. Pay attention to how in always describes being inside a longer time period, whether it's a month, year, season, or part of the day. Let's start with a future year. We will travel to Japan in 2027. This refers to sometime during that entire year. We're not specifying a month or day, just the year, so we use in. Now, let's look at months and weather. The monsoon arrives in July. July is a whole month with 31 days. The monsoon doesn't come on one specific day. It's a period throughout the month. Let's move to seasons. It gets very cold in winter. Winter lasts for 3 months. We're talking about the entire season, not one particular day, so in is perfect here. Now consider daily routines. I go jogging in the morning. Morning is a period lasting several hours. We're not saying a specific time like at 6 a.m. We're describing the general morning period. Let's look at longer historical periods. She was born in the 20th century. A century is 100 years, an extremely long period. We can also say in the 1990s for a decade. Very long time periods always use in. Now imagine nature's cycles. Flowers bloom in spring. This is a natural event that happens throughout the spring season. We're describing what generally happens during those 3 months. Let's move to work schedules. We have meetings in the afternoon. Afternoon spans from noon to evening, several hours. It's a general time period, not an exact moment, so we use in. Now consider holidays and months together. Halloween comes in October. We're identifying which month contains this holiday. Even though Halloween is on October 31st, when we mention just the month, we use in. Let's look at vacation planning. We always take vacation in summer. Summer is the entire season, lasting about 3 months. We're not specifying exact dates, just the general season, so in works perfectly. Finally, here's another part of the day. The shop closes in the evening. Evening is a several-hour period before night. Remember, we say in the evening, but at night. That's the exception to memorize. Let's recap what in is used for. First, years. Any year takes in. Second, months. All 12 months use in. Third, seasons spring, summer, autumn, winter all take in. Fourth, parts of the day, morning, afternoon, evening use in, but night uses at. Here's your complete guide to these 3 essential prepositions. Use at for exact clock times and special moments. Use on for days of the week and specific dates. Use in for months, years, seasons, and longer periods. Master these 3, and you've mastered the core of English time expressions. Remember our visual tricks. At aims at a precise point, like hitting a target. On sits on a calendar day, like marking a date. In is inside a time period, like being in a container. These mental images will help you choose correctly every time. Fantastic work! You've now mastered the 3 core time prepositions, at, on, and in. These form the foundation of expressing time in English. In the next chapter, we'll explore before, learning how to describe events that happen earlier than other events. Keep practicing and continue building your English fluency.